So I had plans today. I was recording a different video, and then James Harden became a Brooklyn Net. So here we are, bruh. And yes, they kept Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Dog, this is insane, bro. Okay, let's talk about this. So first off, for those of you that don't know, essentially James Harden is a net. The Rockets are getting Oladipo for first 4 pick swaps, Dante Exum and some Karooks dude who can kind of shoot, but he's really irrelevant to be honest. The Cavs are getting Jared Allen and Taurean Prince, and the Pacers get Karis LeVert. To keep this short, because to be honest, this is not the focus of the video, Jared Allen got hold. I like Karis to the Pacers, and Taurean Prince is, you know, cool. But back to the subject at hand between the Nets and the Rockets. Yo, I didn't think it was going to be pulled off like this. I knew it was going down. I had several tweets about it. I was like, the trade is going down today, if not within the hour. But the Nets got that Rucker Park basketball going on now. Hey, Mo, you can't guard them. Their 3rd best scorer on the team is unanimously Kyrie Irving. That is a problem, bro. I'm telling you, that is a problem. Look, I'm gonna talk about it in my media part 2 video. I was recording that before this happened. As I think I said earlier, I don't know. I'm not going back to check. But y'all can sit here and hate Kyrie, try to downplay him all you want. That's insane. He's the 3rd option. That is crazy. On top of that, a lot of people are asleep on the fact they still have DeAndre Jordan. They will have Spence when he comes back, and they still have Joe Harris. In terms of just filling up roster spots, this is still a good basketball team. And obviously the high-end talent makes up for it. And yes, I said obviously. I'm gonna nip some shit in the bud right now because I know how y'all gonna be. But Sage, they don't have a playmaker. They want to be able to pass the ball. There's only one basketball. You right, there is only one basketball. It don't matter if it stay going in the basket though. They have 3 of like the best 10 scorers in the game. On top of that, really sit down and think of who we're talking about. We're talking about Kevin Durant, one of the most unselfish superstars in NBA history. Talking about James Harden, who yes, he's not Russell Westbrook and isn't glorified for the triple-double. He can average a triple-double if he really had to. He's one of the better playmakers in our league. And Kyrie Irving, who yes, again, he's a weirdo. He does this, he does that, blah, 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 off the court, this, that, whatever. He's really, really good at basketball. He's not just some selfish guy that won't ever pass the ball. The ball isn't going to be stuck with one player per possession. And even if it is, it's James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. The ball's probably going in. But yeah, people forget that these are NBA All-Stars, let alone NBA players. Game recognized game, granddad. They gonna pass the ball to each other. They respect each other's talent and they know what they have. They can't mess it up. It's like, yes, egos are gonna have to align themselves, but that's gonna be in like the first month, and you know how that shit's gonna go. Oh, they hate each other. They can't work together. James Harden thinks he's the best. KD thinks he's the best. Kyrie thinks he's the best. Hey, that bullshit, bruh. They'll be fine. Trust me on that. They're going to be fine. They're going to get that shit done, and they're going to play basketball well together. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna see an off-ball Kevin Durant. We're gonna see a Kevin Durant that is open, because if they play it smart, James Harden and or Kyrie Irving are for sure gonna be handling the ball. They're going to attract their attention regardless, because Kyrie's gonna kill whoever one-on-one. James Harden's gonna kill whoever one-on-one. And unless a team just commits to not double teaming either of them, you're gonna have Kevin Durant picking his spots on offense, bro. Oh my goodness. The scoring output's gonna be unfair. It's not gonna be fun to watch. It's not gonna be pretty sometimes. A running joke I do as a Lakers fan with a lot of my friends is, hey, your best player isn't even better than Anthony Davis. But with the Nets, they can do that with their 3rd best player. How many people are better than Kyrie Irving? Oh, but Sage, they're soft. You know what, Crayon Eater? You're right. Wait, what? I'm never right. Oh my God. Hey, shut the fuck up, nigga. I ain't say you was all the way right. For sure, 100%, this Nets team is soft. It was soft before the trade, and it damn well is after. Like how the Clippers had all them rough riders, but they weren't good at basketball. It's the complete inverse. I've been rapping about it for like 3 minutes. The Nets talent is insane. None of them are dogs. None of these guys want contact unless it leads to a free throw. None of these guys want to get physical with you. Kevin Durant and James Harden are pretty substantial on defense, but they're not necessarily lockdown defenders. So even though their talent is insane, yes, some teams are gonna catch them lacking. At this point, there's only one other team whose talent stacks up, who we'll get to in a minute, because that's gonna be fire. But outside of, in my opinion, that one team, every other team, they're gonna have to punch these niggas in the mouth. And even then, they can still beat you at any given moment because they're that good. And I know once we're talking about toughness, a lot of people are gonna jump to defense. I've been saying this for so long now. Kevin Durant's been a grossly underrated defender. He's no longer just an elite rim protector. The boy knows how to play defense. James Harden defensively has been underrated as well, but he doesn't have the willingness like KD does. Harden and Kyrie are gonna have to play defense. They need to play defense now. You can't have 3 guys who are just concerned with getting buckets and not playing defense. So for the most part in the regular season, you're gonna see these guys coast on that end. You're gonna see them in games with teams that really shouldn't be close. But in the big moments, I'm telling you, even Kyrie Irving can play substantial defense. It's not like there are liabilities out there. Although toughness and defense are certainly the 2 weaknesses of the team, y'all not about to act like it's not Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving on one team. Y'all talked about depth in the declining defense with the Warriors. As long as you have an absurd amount of high-end talent, your team's gonna be great. It's a matter of staying healthy, which with Kyrie Irving, yes, is a concern. James Harden, not so much. Kevin Durant, I'm telling you now, it won't be a concern. Kevin Durant has dealt with injuries his entire career and basically had a career scare this season. But after that scare with the Warriors, I'm telling you, he's playing it safe. I'm not even questioning that. That's why I'm saying they're gonna get in good games with bad teams, because they're not gonna put that effort out there in the regular season. They're not gonna put title aspirations at risk for the game against LaMelo Ball and the Hornets. And we're talking about a team with Kyrie Irving on it. You think they care what we think? Oh, hey, they lost to Zach LaVine and the Bulls last night. What's wrong with the Nets? You think they care? They know what they're about. The media's gonna say whatever they want to make sure they get views out of it, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, it is Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. They are easily the favorites to at least come out the East. Tatum and Brown is a cool duo. We fuck with the Jays, I guess, but hey, nah. I don't even think Giannis is better than KD nor Harden. And fair enough, Giannis would actually give the Nets hell if they matched up, because ain't nobody stopping them. But as of right now, nah, bruh, it's clearly the Nets. And at this point, we all want it. Lakers, Nets, 2021 Finals. You could easily argue, even though I disagree with the sentiment, that the top 4 players in the NBA are on the court at the same time in the finals. And then the Nets got Kyrie, so you got the Kyrie LeBron thing going. Oh my God, hey bro, the basketball gods came through, bro. God bless the NBA, man. And being said, I have glorified over it, but I just want to reiterate, the Nets do need to tighten up their personalities. I'm saying it will work out and it will take like a month or two, but it's still something that needs to be done. As of right now, they'd fumbled their own bag. In addition to that, something that just came to my mind, because this is obviously initial reaction, are y'all gonna hoe Kevin Durant out of his legacy for this? Like y'all said, LeBron gets a Mickey Mouse ring for beating the Heat. What the hell would Kevin Durant get for winning with this team? I don't agree with either of those sentiments, obviously, because I'm a man of logic. Not every ring has to be in a historically great series for it to count. It's a fucking championship. The path to get there is already one thing, let alone the matchup itself. And if the Nets go through a team like the Heat and the Bucks, or the Heat and the Celtics, or the Celtics and the Bucks, and then played the Lakers, even though they not winning those, on God, they not. Hey, look, man, I fuck with y'all team tough. That's cute and everything you got going on, but hey, LeBron and AD ain't going for none of that shit, boy. But obviously, if they did beat LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the ring counts. And no, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he had Kyrie Irving and James Harden. First things first, did you know it takes great teams to beat great teams? It's like, holy shit, people don't comprehend that. Too, and more importantly, because people love to bring negative context into things, I'm gonna bring the positive context that, hey, Kevin Durant went to the Nets so he could do it the right way. The Nets just made a really good trade. Get over it. As far as the legacy of James Harden, because I know y'all gonna try to hold his legacy. I hate to compare basketball and football, but it's kind of like the same thing going on with Lamar Jackson. And this is coming from a Steelers fan. Like, I hate Lamar Jackson, but if the whole narrative was Lamar can't win a playoff game, or in James Harden's case, if the narrative is he's a playoff choker and then he doesn't choke in the playoffs, or Lamar wins a playoff game, it is literally criminally unfair to give them a new standard and a new expectation, praying they fail it. That's fucked up, and I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not. Kyrie Irving, same thing as Kevin Durant, really. Left LeBron to be his own man, wanted to win on his own way. The Nets made a hell of a trade for James Harden. I'm not gonna look at Kyrie different if he wins this ring. And again, the Lakers are a really good team, so I doubt y'all say that anyway. Plus, y'all will probably have more fun slandering LeBron than them anyway, because otherwise this shit just doesn't make sense at that point. We all know win, lose, or draw, something's wrong with whatever LeBron James does. But then if the Nets win, they're a super team, like, bruh, it doesn't matter. It's a lose-lose finals. No, exactly. Shut the fuck up. This shit counts. You should be excited as a sports fan, even more excited as a basketball fan, because this is just high quality content going on. And again, I don't find the Nets unbeatable. I just think they're gonna be a really, really hard team to beat. And I don't want any of these hating motherfuckers to be like, oh, well, they're soft. Oh, they don't have depth. They're gonna lose in 5 games. That being said, that's gonna do it for today's video. It's Bean Boy TSO Sage. If this video was all over the place, it's due to the fact it's an initial reaction. So for the love of God, don't be like, oh, you said this about the Nets. Well, you're wrong. And here, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, nigga. It's just an initial reaction. I am a fan too. I know I give out informative content sometimes, but I am also a fan, bruh. And right now, this is just something that gets you hype as a fan. I hate a contrarian ass fan who's so uncasual and never says anything of any popular belief whatsoever that they think they're not a casual, when fun fact, being a contrarian is literally a casual thing in this human race. Like, saying shit to be different is literally something a casual would do. But pop off, sis. Being said, if you guys like the video, like the video. If you like my content, subscribe. What the fuck you watching my shit now? Subscribe. It's Bean Boy TSO Sage. I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Take care and stay blessed.